Hey everybody, today I'm going to be explaining to you the top 7 reasons why you should not join eXp. And you're going to want to stick around to the end because I got a bonus one that is the best. So if that's what you're interested in, stick around. We're getting after it right now. This channel is all about eXp Explained. The good, the bad, the ugly, the things that we like, the things that we don't like. And so if you want to know more, if that's what you're interested, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. That way you're notified every time we put out a new video. And look, if you've got any questions or if you're interested and you're ready to join, ready to sign up, give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email. Heck, any which way you want to reach out to us, we've got your back and we're going to get you the answers that you're looking for. So let's get into it. The number one reason you should not be joining eXp is if you feel like you have to have a brick and mortar office. I got to tell you this story. You know, we've all been through COVID recently, right? The last brokerage we were at, you know, it was a luxury top brand brokerage and really highlighted this high dollar rent space that we had, the building space. And we were even paying money to build a brand new building. All of a sudden COVID hit and my wife and I started looking at each other going, okay, we're paying them how much of a split? How much are we paying them so that we can have this luxury brick and mortar? And obviously now, you know, the COVID has passed and our old brokerage just threw a big happy hour for the first time in over a year, you know, celebrating the new building. And, you know, Drew and I were like, wow, what a waste of money given the difference in how we've been able to invest money into our business rather than our broker's brick and mortar. But look, if you need to have that 9 to 5 feel, if you need to have that fresh cup of coffee when you go in, if you need to have some sort of, I'm going to call it manager boss that you know, see and say hi to in the hallway at your brokerage, knock yourself out. That eXp is not for you, okay? Because it's a virtual cloud-based brokerage where they're spending their money on things to help you grow your business and your brand, not their brick and mortar. Number 2, we touched on a little bit. Number 2 reason why you should not join eXp is if you hate technology. If you feel like you need to have some IT guy fix your laptop every time you need to go to the printer, if you're still struggling with to figure out how this internet thing works, if all of your listing presentations have to have that little spiral bound on them and printed out, and you can't do a virtual, if you can't deal with going into a virtual world or a virtual community, if you are just not going to ever leverage things like KV Core as your CRM or SkySlope for your transaction management, or if you feel uncomfortable going into the world and holding business meetings with your with the leadership across the country, or being able to meet and connect with people all over the country or the world, then eXp is not for you. So the world, there's 2 things. First of all, you literally you're talking to people all over the what you call the geographic world. But within eXp, we have this software called Verbella, and it's a virtual presence. You have a avatar and you can go in, and it's a meeting place that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can go in and set up and schedule. You can have those face-to-face meetings. You can attend training online. You can attend conferences. I have attended commercial education certification I can go to weekly meetings right here from my house and do it all in what eXp calls the world, but it's a software called Verbella. So for example, I had a question about a transaction, and then also I had a question about from my broker, transitioning from the residential broker to the commercial broker. So when an example of the world and how it works, rather than, oh, at my old brokerage, I used to have to sit outside of her office and kind of wait to see if she was available, or kind of, you know, lurk around or go back and forth, and I could only meet with her if I was literally like there. I'd gotten in my car, driven down into the office, gone up the flight, you know, parked, walked all the way from the parking lot into the building, went up, and then if and only if she was in her office or if she was available. Now with the world, I literally can do it from my desktop. I go in, I had a question about transaction, and then a question from my brokerage. I just go in, there's a little virtual lobby. You take a ticket and you fill out a quick little form about what you're here for, and then they have all the support staff available to kind of answer or guide you through it, whether it's a transaction based or whether it's a broker question. And then if they're not able to help you, boom, they immediately put you on, escalate it onto a wait list for the broker of record for the state. And then you can elevate it right there. So it's just super easy, super convenient. And so that leads me to point number 3, reason why you should not, I tell you, do not join eXp if you don't like to learn. If you feel like everything's been written, you know everything there is about real estate and how to build your brand and how to learn, and there's nothing else that anybody else can teach you, do not join eXp. So eXp offers about 50 hours, I think, 50 plus hours a week of live training, like we were talking about in those conference rooms. They have new agents, there's a fast start program, and everything, examples like the art of negotiation, lead generation, brand yourself with video. So anything and everything you need to start your career from scratch or take your business to the next level. So number 5, I gotta do these to keep me straight whenever I'm video editing and everything. Point number 5, you prefer to negotiate with your broker rather than do long-term business planning. I'm going to use this as an example. So when Drew and I were leaving our last brokerage, one of the headaches of the managers, the regional managers, the agents was everybody's ICA was sort of this secret and unique thing. And they would only negotiate ICAs and negotiate contracts on a year-to-year basis, or at most like 2 years out. So this whole mantra of, you know, you need to be business planning and looking into the future and making investments now, they're going to pay off down the road. Well, none of that made sense at my old brokerage because literally you were having to go back and renegotiate. You didn't know what incentives were going to be there, what the splits were going to look like, what your relationship or the fundamental basis of how you were going to establish and make business decisions. You didn't know farther than about 12 to 18 months max out into the future. Whereas, okay, so when we were investigating eXp, our sponsor, you know, we were having questions. Well, what's in the ICA? What should we have expectations? It's like, oh, you got questions about the ICA? Here, I'll send you mine. And we're like, whoa, wait, we don't need to see that. Isn't that kind of, and why would that be relevant to us? Are they going to somehow, you know, give us the same deal? And it blew us away that, and if let me just be right to the point is everyone, doesn't matter who you are within eXp, everybody has the same independent contractor agreement. It's a level playing field. I think Drew mentioned it the other day in a call we were having. It is an equal opportunity. Everyone can be a superstar. You can make eXp, make it into what you want, because everybody is on the same, everybody gets the same resources, everybody has the same contract, everybody has the same deal. And when you stop and think about how much of a distraction and how much time you spend haggling with, negotiating with, ensuring that, you know, the deal that you have is the deal that you have today is going to be the deal that you have tomorrow, or hey, how can I position myself so that I can get a better deal tomorrow? With eXp, it is an absolute level playing field. So if you like renegotiating with your broker more than doing long-term business planning and having a strategic vision, do not join eXp. You will be disappointed. All right, I'm sorry, that was actually number 4. So my notes, I can't even read my own notes. Number 5 is you feel like you need something else to be successful. An example, we've got people that we know that their biggest hesitation to come on over to eXp is, well, my broker is going to give me these leads and they're going to turn me into a local superstar. They happen to have the fill in the blank luxury brand, the local brand. And look, if you need a broker to make you a superstar, if you need some sort of whatever you want to call it, Sotheby's, Christie's, Compass, fill in the blank, Berkshire Hathaway, if you feel like you're dependent upon that for your success within the marketplace, eXp is not for you. And here's why. eXp's got a good brand. They just went through a redesign of the logo. It's very high end. If you haven't caught our interview with Tina Call, top luxury agent out of North Carolina, I'm going to put in a link here somewhere. You can click over to it, and she talks about, and she was crucial for us coming over, is she showed us how you can really make that eXp logo and that eXp brand your own and make it luxury. Because at the end of the day, eXp truly is agent driven, team driven, agent focused. They don't want the eXp logo out there dominant like some other brokerages we've been around and we know, where everything is brokerage, I'm a subset, brokerage, I'm a subset, brokerage, it's brokerage whatever. Whereas with eXp, it's the exact opposite. They want you as an agent to be first and foremost, because they know and understand that you're the brand, that people are hiring you. They're not hiring eXp. They're hiring you and what kind of job you can do for them. So if somehow you have been convinced by those other brokerages that this is just a war of the brokerage, and that basically the brokerage or the model is the most important part of your success, and you believe that and you feel like that is true, then eXp is not the place. Because eXp's expectations is that you're the brand, you're the business, and you're the driver and determiner of your own success. Number 6, you don't need the money. You would much rather have the status, you'd much rather have the nice office, you'd much rather have the fancy logo, you'd much rather pay your brokerage to provide services that you could provide more efficiently and more cost effectively on your own, whether that's marketing, whether that's education, whether that's research, whether that's a printer or a binder. The splits that we have at eXp, and everything changes over time, or I say everything changes, I think it's been the same since start. They might change sometime in the future, but it's an 80-20 split for the first $16,000. right? It's $20,000 if you're a commercial agent. But the first $16,000, once you've paid in and you're that 80-20 split, once you've capped out or tapped out at that $16,000, then it's a 100% split, and you're paying very low monthly fees and very low transactional fees. I don't even quote me what they are right off the top of my head, but they're
$250.
Oh, $250. What is it?
Once you cap.
$250 a month.
No, a transaction.
Oh, $250 a transaction. $250 cap per transaction as far as the fees are concerned. But as far as just the overall technology and monthly fees, it's what, 80 something bucks? It's $85 for residential. For the commercial, it's a little bit more, and the cap is a little bit different. It's $20,000 rather than 16, and the monthly fees are $250. But with that, you get CoStar and all these other really great tools that literally would cost you thousands of dollars a month if you were to go and buy it on your own. So if you don't need the money, you'd rather give your commission check or a big portion of your commission check or your fees to your brokerage, then eXp is not for you. Don't do it. And then number 7, the last one that I'm going to talk about before I get to the most important one, the bonus, is if you don't need health insurance. We're all independent contractors. We're all out there self-employed, and we're generally, real estate agents are one of the group that is the most underinsured when it comes to health insurance. This is something my wife and I have struggled. We've got 2 kids. We really struggle with the cost of being self-insured, and we've tried any number of different things, and we didn't realize what kind of burden or weight was going to be lifted off of our shoulders when we were able to join eXp's healthcare program. You know, my kids don't have to go into the school nurse or whatever and say, oh, well, you know, we're part of this whatever. We get real legitimate insurance, and it's a game changer for us, and we're very, very appreciative of it. Because eXp is a national brokerage, because they've got 52,000 agents, they can do a much better job collective bargaining and getting decent health insurance rates for all of us. Okay, now the bonus, the one that you guys have all been sticking around for. You should definitely not join eXp if you want to work forever. If you don't want to retire, if you want to stay in production, and do this all the way into your later years, if you don't want to be able to move away from this business, move out of production, have a business plan and a plan in place where you can retire, where you can travel, where you can get out of that rat race of where you're exchanging your time for money or your expertise for money, and where you can generate passive income streams, where you can generate wealth through any number of different things, whether it's stock or passive income from agent attraction. If you're not interested in that and you just want to do what you're doing until you run out, then don't join eXp. I don't know about you, but Drew and I, we really want to go to a agent retirement party. Who's ever heard of a real estate agent actually retiring and throwing a big party? And if it's not yours, hopefully you'll come and come to our retirement party, and hopefully that's sooner rather than later. Hey, look, if you stuck around this long, really appreciate it. Give us a little thumbs up. Let us know how we're doing. If you have any questions that you want to shout out to the group or give us some positive feedback, put us a comment down on the bottom. And look, if you have a question, if this struck a nerve, if there was something you want us to do a deeper dive on, give us a call, send us a text message, shoot us an email. Any which way you want to reach out to us, we're here to help you in discovering and understanding what eXp is all about. Until next time, thanks. Bye.